Hey, welcome again. In last video we talked about the priority queue data structure in Java, and there we talked about an example of using primitive data type in priority queue. But now we will be doing another example which many a times becomes a popular interview question of some of the leading MNCs like Amazon, Google, and those interview questions involve some sort of custom data type, and it requires that we have to sort that custom data type. Take an example. Given an interval class or interval type where you have a low and high for every interval. Like for the first interval, low is 2 and high is 6. Interval low is 1, high is 3. Now, when these intervals are given, programming problems can range from one level to another. But simplest one, if we talk about one of the coding interview question, is given few intervals, you have to merge all the overlapping intervals. Like 1 and 3 and 2 and 6 overlap. So kind of they can be merged to make an interval 1 and 6, 1 to 6. Same way, 5 to 16 and 1 to 6 will kind of be merging again. So this is a question of merging the intervals that typically comes, and we can use for one possible approach priority queue. In this video what we are going to cover is how do we use priority queue in such a way that we are going to get these intervals in sorted order of their low value, and we'll also do an example of how do we sort them on the high value. So let's get started. So first thing is we need priority queue. People who have been watching from the last video, they would have seen we discussed the 4 functions in priority queue that are important to us, and we will be using is add, remove, is empty, and element function. So first we'll create a priority queue over here, and this time priority queue is going to be a priority queue of intervals. So we say pq is equal to new priority queue, and this time we are creating priority queue using the second constructor where we kind of need to give our own comparison function. So let me give 10 and we say new comparator, and this time it will be of interval. So we create a new comparator by defining an anonymous class over here, and we will provide the comparison function. So comparison function will be public int compare, and we give the first value interval first, interval second. Here we will be doing the implementation. Now, though it is not mandatory to specify override keyword but override annotation, but it's always better to do this so that in case you make any spelling mistake in writing the function name of compare, the compiler can flag it to us. Now let's say first we want to sort them on increasing order of their first value. So if we want to sort them on increasing order of the first value, what we will do is we'll say f dot l minus f dot s, sorry, s dot l. So this is a natural comparison where first is less than second, then first will come before second. So if this way we go, then it will come in increasing order. It will be 12759. 12579, sorry. Now we have created the priority queue. Let's do add of these intervals to priority queue. So we are adding the first interval. Same steps will follow for the next few lines. So we add the second interval, we add third, fourth, we add fifth. Same way, let's get this closing bracket, paste it here. So we got a priority queue created of these intervals. Now we have to take these intervals out one by one while pq is not empty. What we'll do is we'll take it out and print it. So system.out.println, and we'll say pq.remove, and remove will return us an interval that will be printed here. Now in case you want to print the interval, we should also override the toString function here. Public void public string toString, and toString function for interval. What we'll do is system.printf will print interval in this format, %d comma %d, and will give us space. So this is going to be L, this is going to be H. So this is kind of printing our one interval. And here we are doing println. So let's do print, and here okay, we can remove this space. So let's do print here, and we give space after printing our interval. That's better. Okay, so now if we go and run this piece of code, Java C PQ test. Okay, one error. Okay, here we were supposed to return the string, sorry. So string dot format, and that is what we should be returning from here. And now if we run Java PQ test, we see these intervals are being printed in the increasing order of their low value. Now in case you want to kind of print them in decreasing order of low value, then what we can do is we can reverse this s minus l minus f minus l, f dot l, sorry. So Java C, Java, and this time we see they are going in decreasing order. And in case you want to do it on the second field, we can do it rather than L, we can make it H. And now if we go and compile our code, run our code, we see they are in decreasing order of their high values. And same way, if you want to have increasing order of high values, we can say f dot h minus s dot h. Yeah. So key takeaway here is we should be using priority queue in this way, and we have to remember two constructors where we say priority queue. One constructor is which does not take any parameter, and second constructor that we have used is which takes int capacity, and it also takes a comparator function. So we can say comparator of type E. So second is something that is more meaningful, more extensible, and more customizable. So we should be remembering the second constructor here, and we have seen the use cases clearly over here. So thanks for watching. Hope this way you will be able to apply priority queue to any programming problems you are solving, be it interview problems or competitive programming problems.